everyone, Amanda here from scrimpingmummy.co.uk. Thanks for joining me today, and I've got another really cute little project for you to try. So we're starting with some Whisper White cardstock. It's standard Whisper White, and I've cut it to 7 inches by 4.5. If you work in centimetres, do visit my blog via the link in the description box below, and I will leave centimetre conversions for you over there. Alright? So on the long side, we are scoring at 1 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, and 6 inch. Then we're going to turn on the short side and we're going to score at 1, and we're going to score at 3.5. Okay, and that's all the scoring we need to do. So now I'm going to just fold and burnish, and we're going to create a little box, and this is going to be the base of our project today. Okay, very simple box, very easy to make and very useful. If you learn this box, there is a multitude of ways you can use it. So all we have to do now, after we've done our scoring, is on each of the small squares, you've got 3, you've got 1 at each corner and 1 in the middle. We're turning those into tabs, so you need to release them with a cut. Okay, and then just, let me just trim that. I've not cut that terribly straight. And then just very gently at each side, just notch it. Okay. So then over here we're doing the same. All the little squares are going to be tabs. So cut it and gently notch it. Don't need to cut loads out. Just a right little bit. I have the dog groomer doing my little doggies this morning, so I may well have to pause the video if she knocks on the door. But you know, I fit my work very much around my life, not the other way around, so things get done at the same time. Right, so now we're turning it around and we're doing the same at this side. And when I'm cutting up the line there, what I'm doing is, you will see that there's quite a distinct bump where you've scored, and I'm cutting to the far side of that bump, and then when I notch, it's cutting that score line away almost, so there will be no visible score line there, and it just looks tidier when you're constructing your box. So the same here, I've got my bump there, but I want this flap, so I'm cutting to the right side of the bump, and then when I notch, that bump will get cut away. Okay, alright, and then here I'm cutting to the left side of it to release the tab, and then gently notching. And same here. Just these little touches, just they really do actually make a difference. Don't ask me why. They just do. Just do it. Right, so that is our completed snipping of our box. So this is what it will look like if you want to have a good look. Okay, so that will lift up to create a box. That will lift up, and that will be the bottom part, and then that will go onto there, and that will be the lid, and it will all fold over. Alright, so I'm going to attach mine actually using snail. Now please don't use snail, use tear tape or wet glue. The reason I'm using snail is to speed up my video. So what we need to do is pick one side. Okay, it's equal. It doesn't matter which is your top or which is your bottom at this stage. Decide which is going to be your bottom, and then pull the tabs in at either side of what is going to be your bottom. Pull them inwards and attach your adhesive. Okay. Alright, Now one other thing that I just do want to do before I go any further, oops, I've decided that's my bottom now. This is going to be my top. So on this part here, I just want to put a thumb notch in. Okay. And what I also want to do is the larger flap here on what I've now decided is my top, I'm going to fold the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just lifting that corner and I'm just doing it manually. I'm not scoring it, and I'm just pulling that corner over and making a fold. Okay. And then this, turn it around, and I'm doing the same here. So I'm getting this corner here and I'm just lifting it so that it meets here, but not right up to the score line. Okay, and it doesn't matter if it's not perfect, but if you just gently press, paper is, you know, you can fold it and it's quite malleable, and then get your bone folder in. So there's no direct measurement, just lift it and do it. If you're not confident, leave that part out, it doesn't matter. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach my adhesive and I'm going to glue that down. Okay. Again, snail is not the right tool for this. I shouldn't be really showing you to use that, but just for speed. So now I'm going to put adhesive on these two top tabs and fold them in. Okay. That's plenty on. So what I'm going to do now is on this, which is my top because it's got the thumb notch, I'm going to join these flaps to here, to the inside part. And I'm doing that and I'm lining up the edge of there with the edge of there. You're not lining the tops up because we've notched them, and if you line those up they won't be straight. You're lining that edge with that edge. Let me show you, like that. That's where you want lined up, them two edges. Okay, ignore that bit, doesn't matter if that's not straight in there, it's these two you want straight. Ooh, my tummy's rumbling, I hope you can't hear that, I am sorry. That's not attractive. Right, so that, and it's the same whenever you're doing boxes, those are the edges you want lining up, not the top bits. So that's that. Now, so these four flaps here need to come in and attach to each side of this one. So in. If you've done boxes lots of times before, this is not new to you, but I like to do my videos with lots of description because I'm getting new subscribers all of the time. And you know, I remember when I was at school, our science teacher always said, write your experiments like you're telling a spaceman that doesn't even understand anything. And that way, if you can explain it to a spaceman, anybody can understand what you're doing. He was obviously, you know, off his head. So there's our little box, okay, and because we've just folded those corners in, it looks neater, but also that is going to help keep the box firmly closed. It just gives it a little bit of extra. Okay, now this little box measures when it's done. We've not finished because we're going to decorate it special. And this little box measures when it's done 2.5 by just short of 2. So it's a nice size. Here's some ideas. Wax melts. I had these gifted at Christmas. They're adorable. These are soy ones. You can fit 2 of those in there. Okay. So if you make them yourself, this is a nice little box. Small soaps. Small post-it notes. How about putting in little bits of stationery as a gift? The little clips or the little paper clips. Or little sweet treats. You could even make tiny little note cards to go in there. Okay, loads of ideas for it. So there you go. Now I'm going to show you how I'm decorating it. So I'm using this beautiful die here. This comes from the Stitched Labels framelits. And I have cut Flirty Flamingo and Coastal Cabana. Which shall we use? I love Coastal Cabana. Shall we use that? No, I'll be good and I'll use a different colour for a change. So my box closes like so, and I'm going to attach these very, very simply. Okay, and I'm going to attach one to the front and one to the back. Super simple. Doesn't get any easier. Now I'm putting the glue on the box, not on the die. Cut my glue's blobbed up. It's blobbed up. Okay. I'm really into using my dies for things more than just decorative pieces for cards at the moment. I watch a lot of YouTubers. I love Live Love Scrap and Scrap the World, and then they do lots of things with their dies. So I'm going to turn it over and I'm just going to look by eye because I want that kind of even top and bottom. It's not going to fit completely central, but you know, you can try your best to get it even, so you've got an even gap there and there, and the pattern of the die cut helps you there, line that up. So just have a look each side and you can move it about until the glue's dried, and that's that one. And we're going to do just the same on the back. I could probably whiz one of these together in about 5 minutes, but you know, I'm taking it slow so that I can show you exactly the processes. Ooh, I've just nipped that one. Not to worry, I'm still going to use it. And I'll stick this one on the back. And again, I'm going to use my judgment to line that up, and I'm going to try and have them quite equal so that the front and the back rather, not the top and the bottom, are the same. Okay, so that I can then stand my project up. Oh, that's the general idea. It's meant to stand up. Maybe if I just load it a bit. Okay, so I've just nipped that there, look. I just need to trim that little stray piece off. My hand-eye coordination is shocking. Okay, so that's that process. So now I'm going to do a little bit of stamping, which is awesome. So let me get a piece of scrapping, and I'm using the floral frames. Okay, and I'm going to use this beautiful one here. So let me get that out. I'm absolutely not prepared this morning because the dog groomer's come. I forgot she was coming, and it's thrown me in a bit of a scheduling tiz. I'm all behind with everything. So I'm adding that, and I'm grabbing the coordinating. Or shall I colour it? I'm just going to add the coordinating ink. What I could do is I could stamp this in a grey colour, a light grey colour, and then I could colour the leaves. But I'm just going to go for easy coordination because not everybody has a billion inks, do they? You know, I'm lucky because I'm a demonstrator. I get everything at a huge discount, so I'm lucky. But not everybody has got loads of colours. So let's keep it really simple and just use one. And then I'm getting the sentiment. I mean, there's lovely sentiments in here. We could have sending love. We could have hello. I'm going for hello. Reason being, and I do want that straight. So let me just move it down my good paper. I would like that to stamp straight, really. Reason being, I'm going to turn this into a little, let me just practice stamp. I'm going to try and turn it into a little suitcase. Okay. Plenty ink on there. And stamp it in. Am I in shot? Plenty ink on, and I've really used this hello so much. I'm actually worried I'm going to wear it thin. I might actually, no, it's stamped perfectly fine. What I might do, I might have to buy this set so that I've got a spare because I am genuinely use it that much. And then I'm just going to quickly bring in my Big Shot because there are the thinlets to match. I do it often. Die cut on camera, but I will today. I'm not convinced that hello is terribly straight on there, but we'll see how it goes. If I don't like it, I will do it again, and I won't edit because I'm too lazy to edit my videos. And that is the absolute honest truth. I haven't got time for it. If I had to edit my videos, I'd never get anything done. I really wouldn't. I'd like that to be a little bit straighter. But do you know what? I think it makes it look quirky, so I don't care. Right, so now I'm just going to grab some dimensionals, which should be on my desk. And of course they've gone at the walkabout. Of course I have, because I need them. They're here. Grab my dimensionals. Like I say, it would be nice, stamped it in the grey and then colour those little tiny bits in. There's lots of other decorative parts to the die set as well, but I'm keeping it simple. I might do a stepped up version and post it on my blog. It depends how much time I've got. Okay. So now I am going to have where it opens like that. That is the bottom. So I'm going to just attach that on there like so. Okay. And then I'm going to make myself a little handle. Now I'm winging it now. I'm making this up as I go. So I reckon it's only a little ditty thing. I reckon 1/2 inch will be enough to make a little handle. You can double it over, you can do what you want. I'm just going with 1/2 inch. It will do for now. Now let's have a look how I want it to attach to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to nip over the ends about 1/4 inch. I'm not even measuring it. About 1/4 inch. We don't have to measure everything when we're crafting within 1 inch of its life. You know, you can adapt things as you go. If you're making things in bulk, sometimes it's easier to measure, but sometimes I don't think it matters. Now I can attach that little handle to my project like so. Now there are a few ways I could do this, and I was going to use the fantastic little brads here from Stampin' Up, and I might add them after. I might glue it first so that it's secure and then add them after. I think watching me trying to add those on camera will just make you wish, you know, think you'd rather be watching paint dry. So I'm going to use quite strong red line tape, because in my experience these little handles never ever stay stuck down if you use anything other than something like, you know, concrete. Snail certainly would not keep that down for long, and even sometimes wet glue, it can come apart. So I am using my super strong red line tape. I purchased it off eBay, I am not joking, about 4 years ago. I can't even remember where I got it from. Try and get that off there like that. Okay, and then I'm attaching it fairly central and to the side. Let me get that one in there, and there we go. We've got ourselves a cute little bag. Now that reminds me of the little bowling bags that were fashionable when my older girls were, you know, when they were like my Lexi's age, like 11, 12. Little bowling bag style handbags were popular back then. And what you could do, and what I might do as well, is add very large pearls for the bottom for feet. I've done that before. You can make yourself a little tag and dangle it off, punch a hole, and like I say, you can hold that with brads. But that is the bare basics of the idea. I may well go after and add colour to those, so you might see that difference in the thumbnail. But that is a lovely idea. I'm going to go and make one in Coastal Cabana now. So give it a try. Don't forget, there's lots and lots of uses for that little tiny box. How cute. Go and have some fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.